I'm gonna go do that.
So when will it go live on YouTube? In 8 minutes?
What'd you say, Al?
When's it going to go live on YouTube? In 8 minutes?
10 seconds ago.
10
Let's
seconds ago.
go. There's a bit of a delay for us probably, and for you. We're about. Rebecca says it's about 8 seconds behind. So if anybody's watching this now and you're watching the replay, you might want to fast forward about 7 minutes because we're going to do a pre-show here, test things, get things queued up. We got Al Lumnah on. It's going to be a really good show. We'll start that in about 7 minutes. So, Al, let's open up our other windows to the YouTube video to see if folks are coming in and can hear us.
I got ours open. I don't see anybody in there yet.
Okay. It says 3 waiting.
What does it say?
It's showing that. Oh.
Go there. Why is that not working?
Did you?
It says we were live 1 minute ago.
Oh. Well, it might be a minute delay or more.
It shouldn't be.
Could you go down to the public preview?
Hey,
There it is.
There they are.
There they are. They're there
We're
now.
here.
Al, check your video now, Al, and see if you can see the chat. There's some people talking. So what's that?
This is weird. Why is this not working?
Just close that out and open up
yeah,
a new one.
we'll just do that. I might have given you the wrong link.
Austin's
Al,
here. Oh.
so I will get you I'll get you the right link.
Okay.
Our Forever Homestead. Hello, Austin, Linda, David, Ken. Island Homesteader's here, and he can hear us.
Okay.
Al, say something. So people.
I'm here. Can you guys hear us?
Okay.
That's right.
Can you guys hear Al? It's going to be a good show tonight.
Wait, we can put
All right. I got the other link. I'm getting that up now.
There we go.
David DeLong says, hi, Al. So Al will be here. He'll be chatting in the chat there, and he'll be answering y'all's questions. You got a few questions for him. We had 7-ish questions submitted tonight. So if you have any questions as we go, you'll submit them in the chat. While we wait for some more folks to get here, guys, technically we have 6 minutes. Grab some tea, grab some cheese chips. Al, did you bring snacks?
I brought a water.
Oh, gosh. Come on now. Come on. I one-upped your water with a kombucha.
You
Okay?
did.
I raise you a kombucha. Okay. Ken says that they can hear you, Al, so that's good. So, Al, if you need to take a break to spice it up a little bit up there, go ahead, and I'm going to encourage everybody else to get some snacks and some drinks. Okay, good. Al is in there talking to folks in the chat. Okay, I'm going to pull up the questions.
I'm going to go grab a snack then. I'll be right back.
Yeah, come on. You got to spice up this party, buddy. Okay. What you looking for, Rebecca?
I'm just looking for something. Fruit roll up here.
Okay. I was just going to go to get the questions.
Okay.
You can talk to Ken while we wait. He can still see you, even though you can't see him right now.
I don't know what I should say. What should I say, guys?
Tell him what you're eating for a snack.
I'm eating a yo-yo bear.
Have y'all ever had yo-yo bears? You only like the raspberry.
I'm pretty picky about my
It's
fruit.
straight up fruit, isn't it? There's no additives in that fruit roll-up.
It is. Let's see.
Is Al back, or did Al ever leave?
It's apples, pears, raspberries, and black carrot
Okay.
extract.
Same questions here. All right. Should I print that off?
Yeah.
It's a little easier to read it off print. Oh, look, we're teamwork. You're my left hand, I'm the right hand.
I'll do it.
All right. Oh. I don't know. That might have been the same. No, that was good. Okay. All right, people. While we wait, we got 3 minutes. What do you got for snacks? Ken, tell us what you got for snacks. We got some folks rolling in. Oh, Ken says hello to you, Rebecca.
Hey, Ken.
Cheryl from Melbourne, Australia. So it's in the morning there for you. So what's Monday look like? See, we have an advantage here. Cheryl can clue us in on that. Oh, Al did go. Al left and got a snack.
I got some pistachios.
He's talking. He set it up. Where are you set up, Al? I've been in your house and I do not recognize this.
This is the spare bedroom that we converted over to the office.
Uh-huh.
This is your studio. Is this where you edit?
How do I
It
put this
is.
off?
Okay. You do Command P.
There he is.
There he's back. He's back. I know he's got a good pantry too. I've seen his pantry. What'd you get for a snack, Al?
We got some pistachios.
Show and tell. Okay.
What do you have for a snack?
We got cheese chips. They're melting in the oven right now with everything spice.
Nice.
So raw cheddar cheese, cut up thin, and then baked in the oven for what? 6 minutes? 350?
8 minutes.
And it's just a texture that's amazing. Texture and taste. Okay, so we got Amy Lynn's got dinner on the stove. Cabbage and noodles.
Ooh.
Yes. Has anybody ever been on a cabbage soup diet? Yes or no on the cabbage soup diet?
The worst
Adam
diet
Link
ever.
has made it. Well, don't spoil it yet. Adam Link. We got to find out if anybody's been on this cabbage soup diet. Cheryl says Monday is fine so far. See, guys, she's in the future. She's letting us in
crazy.
on that. Okay, so Cheryl selling her house to buy acreage in the country. Congratulations. Where is this country? Like what state or country, I guess. Okay, Linda's doing cheese chips.
Yes.
Adam Link, what do you mean pass? Adam came and saw us. You're still traveling, Adam, and so he must have found a way on the hotel. But we're gonna make it worth his while, aren't we, Al? Okay, I got the printed off questions. Oh wait, our Forever Homestead said yummy cabbage soup. Cabbage soup is maybe yummy once, but not every day. Do not go on the cabbage soup diet.
How long did you last on the cabbage soup diet for?
Zero.
0.
I went on the GAPS diet and had to drink. I had to eat soaked feed for two for 2 weeks. It about drove me nuts. I was certainly Irritable Justin. Adam was here for that. Some other guys got to see Irritable Justin come out.
No,
Ben certainly
the
got to
cabbage
see it.
soup diet was...
I would have lost my religion on that cabbage soup
That
diet.
was a relative eating cabbage soup. And we got to see the effects.
Irritable relatives.
Not only did they lose weight, but they became very irritable and they were very hungry. And it was
Yep.
terrible.
You'll lose weight, but the side effects are severe irritability. Don't
And
anybody
irritable-
go on the cabbage soup diet. Adam Link now texts and says cabbage soup. All right, Adam. I don't know what you mean by that. He's already starting the cheekiness. I warn you, Al. We have a cheeky in the chat.
There you go.
Okay, I think it's time. It's 7:00. All right, Al, you ready to get this show started?
I'm ready. You ready?
Yes. So let's tell people real quick who you are and what you're about.
My name's Al Lumnah. We are Lumnah Acres on YouTube, and we are building a farm in our backyard to provide the best food possible for our family.
Yeah. How long you been doing that, Al?
On and off since '08.
Oh,
And
10 years. 11 years. Okay, when was the last off?
when was the last
You've been doing this
off?
on and off. So when was the last off?
Probably 2011. And when I say off, it's just because we've moved to different properties, so we're trying to get everything set up.
Oh, so it wasn't off. You didn't take a break for a season.
No, it was, we didn't have pigs for a season while we moved to the new homestead.
Okay, how long you had pigs?
2008 is when we started our first set of pigs.
How long have you had chickens?
2008, we started with chickens, pigs, turkeys, all the same year.
What about devil eyes? How long have you had devil eyes?
We've had devil eyes for 3 years now. 2 years.
You knew what I was talking about.
I knew you were talking about.
I like to tease my goaters.
He does.
Okay.
It's terrible.
How many people in here have devil eyes? How many people in the chat have devil eyes? You guys and Al, you guys can sympathize with each other. Somebody is from Massachusetts. Liz.
Liz is from
So where's everybody from? Al just shared a little bit of his story. Did you say you were in New Hampshire?
No, we are in northern New Hampshire.
He skipped that part. Did you tell him how cold it was this morning?
It was 27 degrees out this morning.
Oh, anybody got Al beat? Anybody got 27 Fahrenheit beat? I miss CWC, Second Life Farms. No devil eyes for me, she says. Upstate New York, okay.
How cold was it in upstate New York this morning? I bet it was chilly.
We got a love for the devil eyes. Portland, Oregon, Ohio, no devil eyes yet, they say.
Yes.
So we should go back and forth, Al, on why. I'll say why they shouldn't get goats, and you should say why they should.
I want to know why you call them devil eyes.
Well, have you ever looked at their eyes? Okay.
We have.
I've got a.
But have you had your own experiences?
Oh yes. I don't know if anybody knows this, but our very first livestock was a devil eye. And it was a horrible experience.
No, we had chickens.
Okay, we had chickens.
What kind of goat?
We had
What
this
was the
goat.
purpose of
Oh,
it?
it was a boar goat.
We got a boar goat.
We made all kinds of mistakes.
Oh, we have made so
I don't
many.
blame the goat. I blame us. But
It's terrible. So I am like days away from delivering Jonah. Days. Like, I believe it was a Tuesday, and I gave birth to him on a Friday. So our goat gets attacked by a dog down the street. So it wasn't like our fault that. And that dog had been like aggressive, but obviously we couldn't really do anything about it. And, but we did then, and he never came back around. And it got bit on the face by this dog, and it was like bleeding all over, and we were like, what are we going to do? So we went and we got antibiotics. We went and bought antibiotics.
this was a long time ago. We don't do that no more.
And the lady at the feed store was like, well, you're going to have to find someone else to hold the goat. And she like looks at me because I'm like gigantic pregnant. And so
Where's that movie?
maybe it was Wednesday. And
Can you find the video? I'm gonna give you the video, Al, and everybody else. Why I call them devil eyes.
Anyways, long story short, luckily our neighbor was able to give the injections while we were in the hospital giving birth to the child.
Look, Al's being cheeky in the chat. He's telling people to get goats in the chat.
You should get
I'm calling you out. You shouldn't get goats. Delete his comment.
Anyways, long story short, Justin ended up going to Russia for 12 days, and I had an 8-week-old baby, and we were like, what are we going to do with this goat? We couldn't keep it in. We had 5 strands of electric. We still couldn't keep the goat in. We ended up giving it to a neighbor, and we have no idea where that goat went. He probably ended up in that guy's freezer.
Yeah. All right, that's our goat story.
That's our
I can't
one
believe
goat
you just
story.
shared our goat story.
I know our one
We
goat
tried to
story.
keep it under wraps.
No.
It's out now.
First time I've ever heard it.
I'm not embarrassed.
Okay. But it's not that. It's that we had a goat. Okay. We did have no, it was a mule. We had a mule. We should share these stories sometime. But anyway, let's talk to Al about this cold. Guys, ask your questions in the chat for Al. We'll go down through the questions that you've already submitted beforehand. Let's talk to Al about preparing for winter. Because did you say, Al, did I let you say, how cold was it this morning? Yeah, you said. Nobody beat you. You're the coldest person in this chat.
In this room.
So, I'll answer this first question. It has nothing to do with Al. When will permaculture pigs come out? I'm getting my first 2 pigs in a week and would love it if I feed info, etc. for them. So, if you are in the Kickstarter, you should already have access to a lot of the content through your Gumroad. So if you did get Kickstarter and you haven't got anything, will you put Heather's email there? If anybody in here has gotten the Kickstarter for permaculture pigs and you haven't gotten any content yet, email Heather at the email going up. But all of it should be complete. I'm crunching on it crazy this week. We're going to actually premiere it this weekend, hopefully, the documentary. Much of the course will also go up with that. And all the course material will probably be by the end of the month. Like I said, a lot of it's already up there. At the worst, like mid-November-ish for everything. But there's already enough to know how to get started in there. Now, if you haven't got Permaculture Pigs, we're gonna premiere it this weekend, the documentary version, not the course. We're gonna premiere that, and then after the premiere, after the weekend, it'll be available. So, not this Monday-ish, but next Monday-ish. Okay, Al, do we need something extra for shelter other than chickshaw for our buff Orpingtons in a 5A climate?
I would say, if anything, you might want to surround the bottom of the chickshaw with Bill's hay.
Yeah.
So they don't get the cold air blowing up.
Yeah. Out straight to the point and right to it. Another thing you could do, is, if you're so concerned, is put plastic over the front, except for the top few inches, because you want them to get ventilation. So, Al, what do you do for your chickens in Zone 4 in the winter? What are your concerns in Zone 4 for your chickens in the winter?
Believe it or not, the biggest concern is ventilation. You don't want to shut the coop up so tight that they can't get ventilation. And then moisture. You don't want a lot of moisture getting in the coop, because that'll kill them.
Have you ever killed anybody because it was so cold?
We've lost chickens when it's been really cold. I think it's usually the older, weak ones that are going to die. So it's kind of more like Mother Nature is calling the flock at that point.
You know, Al, I'm going to say this. People are always asking me how to do with their chickens in the cold. And then I went on the Great American Farm Tour, and we went to New Hampshire, Vermont, Minnesota, minus 60, Alaska. And not too many of those people, when you're in that climate, Wyoming, they're not too worried about their chickens in the winter.
Nope. What I've read quite a bit is the chickens do worse in the heat, and they do better in the cold.
Yep.
And we have friends who used to live in Arizona, and they lost all their chickens one summer because of the heat. It got so hot.
Oh, wow.
I agree. And so if you have, she asked a good question with including the buff Orpington thing. Yeah, that's a dual purpose. They have so much feather. If it's older, it's going to have a lot of fat too. They're like I liken it to, if you're in New Hampshire, you have wild birds flying around in the winter, don't you? Little tiny birds. Yep. They don't all migrate south.
Nope.
I liken the chicken to that. Those birds are out and about. They're not getting, they're out in the ventilation, like you said. They're out in the air. That's what's going to kill a chicken, I think, is the moisture, not the cold.
And then I would say, if you can have your coop facing the sun,
so
they can warm up.
In this hemisphere, the south, and then Australia, face that coop to the north. All right. Any chat questions before we go on?
I thought about that. Face them to the north.
Yep.
Okay, somebody wanted to know, should they take the water? I don't know if they're water and feeder or just the waterer out of the coop this winter.
I take the water out and leave it outside for them, so that way they're not making a mess with the water and it's freezing and making a big ice pile.
Okay.
How do you keep your water? How do you deal with water in the cold for your animals?
So last winter we made insulated. We took some old tires, filled them with spray foam, and then we put the rubber dishes in them, so it'll keep the water defrosted longer. And then the rubber dishes break the ice really easy. Just take them out, step on them, and then the next one you fill them back up.
Did that work good for you?
Yeah, you just lug the water once a day to each of the animals.
That
2
works
times.
once a day in New Hampshire, just once a day.
If it's 20 below zero, you do it twice.
20 below zero.
That's crazy.
Hopefully you went over all our heads. Nobody else dealing with 20 below. Oh, if it's 20 below. Okay. So, Al, how's your ventilation work in the hoop house? Oh, yeah, that's a good question. I want to know this.
We have ventilation up high in the back and in the front of the coop.
Okay. All right.
Oh,
Well, you got another one?
is it possible to use compost to heat the coop?
I think it would if your climate wasn't so northern like ours. I think ours is too cold. You'd have to have too deep a compost to keep it heating. Otherwise, it just freezes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Al, here we are. Hello, Al. I'm a fellow New Englander from Maine. Hey, are you in here? Is the Mainer in here?
Patty.
Patty, are you in here? I'm a fellow New Englander from Maine, and I have a question regarding raising pigs through the winter. I know you've done this in the past. Would you do it again? Why or why not?
I would do it again. They're very easy to keep in the winter. We didn't have any issues. They love the snow. You're lugging water to them just as much as you are in the summer. They'll eat snow. They take a little bit more feed, but not much. And there's no snow.
And you just run them in a stationary pen during the winter, am I right?
Yes. Yep.
And you just put deep bedding in there all
Correct.
winter.
All winter.
And do you buy feeders or are you having breeding stock?
We buy feeders.
And so are you going to raise pigs this winter?
No, not this winter. Our freezers are full.
How many freezers you got?
We have 3.
Okay. Awesome.
They will be full.
Well, maybe you just need to get more freezers.
I know. Right? How many do you have?
10.
7. We have 7 freezers and 3 fridges.
And
Are
one
they
walk-in
full?
cooler. Do you
Well,
count that one?
that's the that's one of the fridges.
You might be a homesteader if you have 10
Fridges and
cold
freezers.
units.
He loves the grid.
We love the
Loves
grid. Do you love the grid, Al?
I do.
He loves the grid. Well, don't worry. You're in good company. Everybody on here, I think, loves the grid.
Yeah. We had
The
a
other
whole
thing, too,
thing. We
It's
had a
cheaper.
It's cheaper. So
Cheaper.
much cheaper, isn't it?
If it was cheaper to go off grid, I'd go off grid.
Oh. He's all about the dollar bills, Becky.
He said, well, what would you do?
He's right.
Would you go off grid if it was cheaper?
Why wouldn't you?
Well, because he loves
That's
the
true.
grid. He
That's
loves
true.
the grid.
No, I don't love the grid for the grid's sake. I've got to have a reason to love the grid.
Well, I love
No,
the grid.
it's about the dollar bills.
Well, I love the grid because it affords me a dryer.
Yeah.
See,
if you're going to have all that, you're going to be having a generator the size of the Great American Farm Tour
know.
bus.
You could do a gas dryer.
Oh, that's true. See, I forget about that. And then we could do like gas water heaters, so that wouldn't be an issue.
Right.
I guess we could go off grid.
Well, here's the problem with the grid. Or not
With
the
the
grid.
grid.
Not the grid. Al said it's cheaper, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
and you know, Al, because you eat clean food. That meat that we're growing, and if we were to happen to grow some vegetables, that stuff's expensive in the store, right? So we're putting our energy towards, I mean, our grocery bill was upwards of $2,000 a month, and family of 6. So, but the power bill $200-300. So what are you going to tackle first? You're going to put your energy into growing the food.
Yeah.
And then maybe one day after we keep going down this list,
And we can grow veggies.
then we're going off the grid, I guess.
Well, that and at that point, the technology would be further along.
Yeah.
That's one of my things too. It's like it's so expensive, and then 2 years later, it's gonna be outdated. So you're gonna have to reinvest again if you want to keep up.
And we talked to him last time we talked about the grid. The solar panels, EMFs, like crazy. You're going to have to get EMF blockers.
Yeah, I don't know. I've just read some about it.
Island Homesteader. Oh, I was going to ask, Al, before we go on, your little water ideas. I want, Ken, will you go to Al's channel and get us a link to his video? I know he's done videos on it. Al, do you remember the name of those videos?
I don't. If you
Ken will
search,
find it.
Ken's
if
good.
you search
Ken-
water, it'll come up.
Okay. Al Lumnah water.
Somebody says, can Al use livestock water heaters this year since there's electric to the barn?
We could.
Are you going to?
Come on.
I think somebody else wanted
take advantage
to
of the
know
grid, Al.
about submersible heaters in the rubber pans. Could you use that?
I'm curious
I
to
guess you
see,
could.
being in a barn, how often they freeze. If they don't freeze a lot, I won't do anything.
Is that because your animals are going to be in the barn in there in the winter?
Yeah, they'll be in there in the winter with them. And then one of the walls is insulated.
So do you look forward to winter or do you hate to winter?
It's a love-hate relationship.
Okay. So you love the grid and you love and hate the winter.
Yep. Because it's nice because you're forced to slow down, but then at the same time, there's a lot of stuff you can't do.
Like what? What do you want to do in December that you can't because it's so cold?
I'd love to be able to go out and just maintain the property. Like for you guys, your grass, your trees are dead, so you could go out, you could prune, you could weed whack, get rid of the brush.
We can work
We're
with fences.
3-4 feet of snow, we can't do any of that.
Ah. Okay. So what do you do to not go crazy?
Indoor projects, like woodworking or building projects. That's why we made the workshop, so we'll have stuff to do this winter. Or a place
Austin
to
said, read more books in the winter. Do you read books, Al?
In the winter, I'll read more, but I'd rather be more active.
Read some books. Al's living the books, guys. Al's living the books.
Do you read books in the winter?
Oh, heck yes. I read books year-round.
Yeah.
Books or audio books?
Books. And audio books. Books every night.
I do the audio.
Do the audio when I'm milking a cow. Do you listen to something while you milk them goats?
Not while I'm milking, but if I'm doing projects. I usually have the audiobooks going.
Look at Ken. He's already got your link to your YouTube video.
Look at that. Thanks, Ken.
So
he's real handy.
Quentin says it's a lot prettier in the winter. And Amy Lynn says, do-it-yourself automatic chicken feeder is an easy way to feed your chickens with a 5-gallon bucket. Tracy Collins says, Justin, have you seen Al's Pigmobile? Yes, I love Al's Pigmobile. You know what I like about your Pigmobile, Al? What really struck me is because you move the pigs, you get the pigs to go into that Pigmobile. What I really love about this is that then if you were, and Rebecca and I have talked about it, like if we might even we've thought about even doing something like that because if you're taking your pigs off farm to be killed, do something like you're doing, Al, because the pigs are trained to that trailer, and then they're not scared to freaking death going to the butcher.
That's one of the reasons I designed it. Because if you try to get a pig in a trailer, it's a lot of stress on the person doing it because the pigs are freaking out, and you're like, oh. And then at the butcher, they don't want to come off the trailer either, and it's another fight.
But
and then they're all stressed out.
They're just gonna go in, and you tell me. Well, I don't know if you've ever hauled them in a trailer because you do on-farm kill, I think. But don't you think even if you were to put them in a different trailer to haul them to the butcher that they would be okay? I think they would.
Oh yeah, they wouldn't care. You give them some food, they'd just be in there napping and having a grand old time. It's
a humanity issue, but it's also it affects the meat. If you stress them out, the amino acids get pumping, and it can. I mean, why all that good husbandry and scare them half to death before they get killed?
Yeah, when we went and picked up the meat at the butcher, there was several animals that were freaking out in that thing.
Now that may be our problem. They might be calm in the trailer, but then they get to the butcher and they have to sit in this cage and they hear another animals go.
Because there was sheep, and there were sheep, and they're flighty anyways. There was sheep, pigs, and a cow.
We would have to arrange with them as here we come with the trailer. You need to be ready to shoot them as soon as we get there.
Yep.
But that's kind of hard because you can't just. You have to shoot and do some process. You can't just...
Right. You can't just...
Anyway.
Yeah.
That's why we on-farm kill. Why do you on-farm kill, Al?
That and the convenience.
Okay. Are you breaking them down too, or are you sending them off?
We're going to send off some ham, the rear legs to be made into ham steaks.
Okay. All right, let's keep going.
Want me to say
Did you guys get your everything back yet?
Our what? Yeah,
Did you get everything?
We got all our meat back. I just went Thursday morning and picked it up.
You're talking about the steer and the lamb.
Well,
We got the pork
We
back.
got the pork back a while ago. We got it back. Did we get it back
Did
today?
we even tell that story? We never told the story about the steer and the lambs coming back.
You did film it, but I guess it never made it into a vlog.
Okay.
But yeah, so we got the pork back a week after we took it.
Okay.
And when we dropped the lambs off, and then they did the lambs, and then they let us keep our lamb meat there until our steer was done. And then I went and picked it all up on Thursday because we were at the Homesteaders Conference the week before, and probably was done the week before, but we didn't pick it up till Thursday. So.
Anybody use an organic butcher? I didn't know there was such a thing.
Well, it's probably like.
Tell me more.
Our Forever Homestead, are you talking about what they would use as far as like spices to do the sausages and stuff, or is there
For that
another...
reason, we actually only have them grind up our sausage
Yeah.
and not do the spices. We spice ourselves with our organic spices.
Because all their spices
and we
had
cure
sugar
our
in it.
bacon just so we can use our own ingredients.
Yeah, they all of their stuff had.
How do you know you're getting your animals back? It's just trusting the butcher, or is there an ID system? Nope, it's trusting.
No, there's an ID system.
Oh, that's right. What is it?
Well, when we got there, they stamped all the meat.
Yeah, but did you...
And then they also had a tag that had our name on it. And
there was a butcher that did that. They got in some big trouble. It's a big trouble.
Well, that was because yeah, but I'm pretty sure that we got our meat back because they were very meticulous when we brought it in making it, in doing the thing.
I guess they're certified organic butchers.
Interesting.
I don't think we have one near us. That would be fun.
No. The guy that we go to, I feel like he's good. Like, I feel like I trust him.
How do you know you could trust somebody?
Well, because of the way he keeps his shop and how he did things when we got there. Like, they were labeling everything, and it was very orderly.
Yeah.
He wasn't like just throwing our meat in the freezer, you know what I mean? So there is that.
Too,
What'd you say?
I think they realize too that if word gets out that they're not giving back the right meat, they're going to lose their business. Or lose
yeah.
It's gonna be huge.
quite a bit.
Yeah, and our Forever Homestead's talking about an organic certified. Now, I don't know if that other place is organic certified. Where is that other place that we were taking to? It wasn't Pinnacle Meats. It was
I know what you're talking about, but I don't remember the name.
Hickory Nut Gap takes their stuff there.
Yeah.
And I don't know. They're not organic certified, I'm pretty sure, but they are USDA certified. So, yeah, I think
Steve says you can trust the Iowans. Okay. Al, we're going in our first winter. This is from Scott. Scott Burton, are you in here? I haven't seen you chat. Oh, wait, he is in the chat? Mm-hmm. Okay, he's in the room, Al. We are going into our first winter with our ducks and 2 African geese. What's the most effective way to keep them warm through the winter? We are located in Central Virginia. So first of all, you got ducks and geese, Al?
We have ducks.
Okay. They have 2 small duck houses currently, but they no longer go in them at night thanks to our runner ducks, who we introduced to the flock earlier this summer. I'm thinking of building a hoop house using cattle panel, frame in the bottom, and a door. What could I use as a roof? Greenhouse plastic? Thanks, Al.
Wonder how hot it gets there in the wintertime. How much sun you guys get.
Yeah, that's
Does it
true.
get too hot in there in the wintertime?
Central Virginia. He's probably zone, I'm going to guess he's zone 6.
So I would just be careful. Make it so you can have like a door open since it gets too warm. You can get the air.
How cold does it get there, Scott? He is here. He's responding. Okay.
Yep.
Does anybody in here, our Forever Homestead's wanting to know, does anybody resell organic meat? Amy Lynn Castor, is that a product? Is a chat for everybody?
Yeah.
Go
My
ahead.
brother-in-law has an organic farm, and when they were selling their products as organic, they had to use only certain organic cleaners and particular products. Yeah, I would think that. I try not to think about whatever those things are because it's the best that we can do. So we just move, we just go with it.
Yeah.
And maybe next year we're going to break down our own pigs again. Try that.
Yeah. And by law, did they have to spray that down with bleach?
No, I don't think they sprayed our meat with bleach.
Okay.
Because we weren't reselling it. That's the only, because see, they're breaking it down for personal use.
Okay.
Like if we were, that was why we didn't want to sell poultry this year. Was because we were going to have to do a bleach.
Yeah, but she
strip.
was going to let us do vinegar.
Right, but even then I don't even really want to do a vinegar.
Oh.
I want to just let it go the way it's supposed to be, but
Okay.
it is what it is. Okay, Scott Burton says we've had several below freezing days. It's in the 40s mostly in the winter.
I would just keep an eye on the indoor temp.
Okay.
If you have to open the door.
For sure.
Yeah.
Because our greenhouse get pretty hot in the winter. 80s.
Oh, yeah. It gets real
80s,
hot in there.
90s. Too hot on some of these warmer winter days. All right. So how did you end up in New Hampshire, Al?
That was before I started homesteading. I always loved it up here in the wintertime and during the season. So after high school, I moved up here. I wanted to get out of the city.
What city?
And then in like '08, we started growing our own food and raising our own animals for food, and it snowballed from there.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Where did you move from?
Massachusetts, so not that much warmer, but not 20 below during the winter. We'd get like 0 during the winter.
Okay. Scott wants to know if there's anything he could use besides greenhouse plastic.
You could use a tarp.
Say like a silage tarp or something that
Yeah.
won't break down in the sun.
Yeah, because we used a regular tarp on that sheep.
Yeah, don't do that.
No.
It was in the barn, like shredded. And we're like, it's not even been in the sun. I don't know what happened there.
I
So,
think they make some that cover boats that's UV protected.
yeah, something that would be UV protected.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think greenhouse plastic would do fine.
Yeah, just make sure
You
have
could
that.
put a shade cloth on it if you need to.
Yeah. Yeah. So what about a type of shade cloth? There you go. Okay. All right. What else we got here, guys? We only got a few more questions. So if you have any more questions, go ahead and feel free to type them in the chat. It's only so often we get Al Lumnah from New Hampshire on here. Brian from Michigan here. Did my first batch of venison brats, and I would like Al's opinion on adding nitrates. I bought a kit, and it said to add 1/4 cup of the nitrate packet for 6 pounds. It came out a little on the salty side. I smoked them and then go into freeze until used. Thanks in advance. Brian, you in here? While Al answers this, let's see if you're in here.
I'll be right back. You'll get one thing for a visual aid.
Okay, good.
Um,
We like visual aids. So let's see if these other questions, Rebecca, we can deal with while he's gone.
Yeah, has anyone dealt with having fermented feed freeze during the winter and the chickens not being able to get
Oh,
to it?
yes.
Yes, it is a thing.
Sure. It's a thing. So when we did that in the winter, we put it in our furnace room. So we actually put it in our sub
I'm
basement.
thinking she's putting it out for the chickens and it's freezing. I think, is that what you're asking,
That's
Susanna?
not necessarily a thing. Not if you ration your feed. The chickens eat it right away. They're done eating in like 30 minutes. But soaking it for 24 hours overnight in, say, the garage, it could freeze.
Yeah, so we would put it in a warm spot to...
Yeah. If you want to be
Ferment
hardcore,
it.
you can put it in your house.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking, so
We must have answered it.
other
It says
people
thanks.
have been saying... no, she didn't. That's somebody else.
Oh, okay.
Other people have said that, like, they would put it out for their chickens and it would freeze, but then they realized that they were putting out too much feed. So,
Rebecca, do we use nitrates in our bacon?
we do not use nitrates in our bacon. We use, it's a form, it's celery
So
salt. It's a celery-based thing that has naturally occurring nitrates. So, all right, Al.
Al's coming
All right,
with
so-
visual aid.
The first year we were curing our bacon, we were trying to figure that all out and researching it. I still don't have a definite answer, but most of the research says like celery salt, you don't know how much nitrates and nitrites the celery has. Depends on what soil it's grown in, where it's grown, the seasons. So with buying a product like Anthony, you know how much nitrates are in it. So when I was reading that, on the back of the bag it says like a quarter of a teaspoon per serving size, because it's very little you need when you're making your bacon. And then in the ingredients, the nitrite is only 6% of a quarter teaspoon. The rest of it's salt. So it's like there's really not that much nitrites in there. So I don't know.
So you don't know. So basically, you have no idea still.
No, but my big
But that's what you did.
Nitrite, it's a tiny, tiny amount.
Yeah.
And then with the celery powders and stuff, they said you don't know how much nitrites are in there.
Mm-hmm. Well, we used celery powder. That's what we used. I figured my thought on that was, and I see that point. My thought was, well, it's natural. It's naturally occurring. So I thought, well, it's something that we would naturally get anyways. So that's why I went with that. But I know it's hard. It's hard to navigate these waters. I mean, what did they do way back in Little House on the Prairie times? Did they use nitrates?
They used none.
They used none.
They used nothing. They just did salt.
So why?
So why do we have
nitrates?
to do nitrates then?
So nitrates is so we don't have to worry about botulism.
So we don't have to worry about what?
Botulism.
Okay.
Oh, I ain't worried about botulism.
Botulism. This is
But
not
the-
medical advice.
Yes, we're not giving anyone any advice. So you guys make your own decisions on what you want to do.
The other thing with the whole nitrates and nitrates thing was, I think it was back in the 40s or 60s.
Mm-hmm.
It's when they had like the big outbreak of people getting sick from it. So there was a big boom. All of a sudden, everybody wanted bacon and ham. So the butchers decided, hey, we need to make it quick. We just shoved nitrites and nitrates in high amounts of bacon and then people started getting it. Where nowadays it's not a big deal. A lot of the articles say.
Yeah.
Cheryl made bacon without nitrates. No one has died. Guess who joined us? Randy Kleiman. He might have you beat, Al, for the cold weather, buddy.
Adam.
Yeah.
Let's see.
He's
Randy.
in Minnesota.
Randy, how cold was it this morning? Put in the chat, Randy.
Adam, I want to ask Adam about
See
his.
if you
He
beat
used
it.
salt and honey for his bacon. I want to know how that turned out.
So we've made it with or without nitrates, and it tastes the same.
It tastes the same.
Yeah, we did a side-by-side comparison one year, and you couldn't tell the difference.
And you didn't die.
We didn't die.
See, I'm wondering if maybe because we're using it for our home use. Like, it's not like we're selling it to anybody. Like,
Yeah, see, a lot of this research and stuff is done on commercial consideration.
right, and it's done with, like they're like, oh, cured meats is gonna cause cancer and all this stuff, and so, but like, what meat are they comparing it to? Like, are they using the junk meat that maybe there's other things that are causing the issue, and maybe it's not even the nitrates, so it's sometimes hard to navigate these waters.
And the quality of the meat makes a big difference.
Exactly.
Yep.
It's a frustrating thing to know. So people are saying like, oh, Little House in the Big Woods pod smoked the pig.
Randy Kleiman doesn't want to admit how cold it was up there. Al had 27 degrees. So
Quentin says it's unseasonably warm weekend here in Minnesota.
He planted
Minnesota.
He planted garlic. Thanks for the reminder, Randy. Do you think our garlic is going to sit over there and rot, or do you think we're going to get it in?
I don't know. I don't even know where we're going to put it. We have garlic. I ordered garlic months ago, and it came in the mail before Homesteaders, and I didn't have time to plant it then, so now it's still sitting in our foyer area. We should maybe at least just put it outside or put it in the cool room.
We got to get chickens out of the cool room.
Oh my gosh, we do.
That'd be bad to lose those tonight.
Okay.
But we got to remember.
I know, right?
We should put a big note on this right now to go right after the show.
Ken says, "Oh, it was 31 this morning. They had frost in Minnesota."
Oh, he came close, Al.
And Ken says, "Processed lunch meat is the biggest source for the cancer concern." Well, that's good because I don't eat processed lunch meat.
Yep, Adam wants you to check out Jill Winger's bacon cure recipe. There's
look
also
it
a
up.
bacon cure recipe in the member area, folks. It's under, where would they find that? That's under there's a whole like 30, 40 page thing on cooking pigs that you've processed yourself, including curing your own bacon. So I guess just go in there and type in pig butchery in the member area, and that will come up. And Adam, you can link that and make it easier on people. If they come, they can click on that link in the chat.
Now you guys get equilibrium cure for the bacon.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
The bacon's cool and curing.
yeah. So
I think
context there, we have the bacon in the cool room right now,
Mm-hmm.
curing, and I guess we're flipping it.
Yeah.
It's
Every
not
few
being,
days.
It's not being flipped right now. It's
How does it
drying
not
out.
go bad? It's sitting in the
I have no idea.
cooler for so long.
Anna, she's in charge of it.
We just can't lose the bacon.
I just can't lose the bacon.
Irritable
I think it's
Justin.
all the salt.
Yeah, it was a lot of salt. It was a lot of salt.
Oh,
so.
okay. And then we got to get the chickens out. Somebody remind us at the end of this show. Ken will do it. Ken will text us.
I know he'll say don't
Why did he
forget.
say kitchen? Ken, why are you saying kitchen? Do you know?
Farmstead Meatsmith has cured his bacon with salt and sugar and then smoked it.
Oh,
And he leaves it hanging out in his kitchen.
okay. Cool.
Liz wants to know, Al, if you have a Patreon account.
We do. We have a Patreon.
Uh-huh.
What do you do for your Patreons, Al?
We put out a monthly video, and then we have cats going on a little bit here and there.
So what do you do for your monthly video?
It's more of what we're doing here, what people have questions on, what they want more in-depth information on.
How's that going for you?
Not bad.
Cool. Do you push that Patreon?
We don't.
Or is it just linked on your banner on your YouTube?
It's linked. Yeah, just linked in the
Okay.
banner.
Okay. All right. Do you do the YouTube join button too?
Like for
You
like
know what I'm talking about?
member.
Yeah.
We don't. We haven't
YouTube
done
member.
those yet.
You sell merchandise.
We do. We get
I'm getting it all out there right now for you.
You're getting
Al.
it all up.
You got some super fans in here, I know. So you do. How do people find your merchandise?
So the merchandise, I put the link right here.
Yeah, now he's getting going with the links.
Merch.
Now, how's that go for you? The merchandise. You find people enjoy that? Your fans?
Yeah,
Okay,
they've
good.
been liking it.
Hey, it was fun to be at Homesteaders, and so who was at Homesteaders? While I go into Al with this question, so who was at Homesteaders of America? It was fun being at Homesteaders and people coming through the line. One at least had your shirt on.
Uh-huh.
That was fun. So we want to know, the question hanging in the air now was, where in the heck was Al Lumnah
I know,
during
right?
Homesteaders?
Well, shit, that's what I was just gonna ask you. Should we go next year?
Oh, should you go next year?
Yeah, you should go.
Yeah.
It's good.
Do you want
It's
to? Do you want to go as a spectator, or do you want to go as a speaker?
Either way, we go.
Oh, okay.
But if people want us to talk about something, we'll go down and we'll do a speaking.
Oh,
Okay.
Austin. He was the one that had
I might
us
see
do
what
it
I
for
can
him.
do for you, buddy.
Sounds good.
If you, all right. Do we need to catch up on any of the
Oh,
chats
that's
before I go to the
funny.
next question?
So Austin is the guy. Remember, he came through the line and his debit card information had been stolen.
Oh yeah.
He's here.
Oh cool.
I'm glad that
Thank you.
you identified
Okay, so
yourself because
people
now
are-
I know who you are.
Yeah, I've done forgot what I asked everybody, and they're all answering. Okay, Claire was there. Robert, Dean was there. Now, I hope everybody met us. Came through the line and met us. Tracy. Oh, Tracy says, Justin, did you know thousands of us start at 6 a.m. with Al's vlog and end with yours? That's fun. Because when do you put yours? What time do you put yours out, Al?
6 a.m.
Oh, that's why they're
Oh,
saying
do
that.
you?
And I put mine out at 8 p.m. Try. Sometimes
Perfect.
it's later, but 8
Sometimes
p.m.
it's a little bit later.
So that's fun. They can have coffee with you and bedtime with me.
Dessert with us.
Right.
Okay, should we go to HOA or the Joel Salatin event in July? I would say HOA if you have to choose because it's more intimate. You're going to have more community environment.
Yeah.
The
Polyface.
Mother Earth News Fair is not it doesn't have the community, family, small town vibe that Homesteader has.
Yeah.
Homesteaders is more quaint, small, 2,500 people.
And people are really friendly and wanting to talk with other people.
Yeah, it's more niched, I think.
Yeah, and I think that the polyface thing is going to be more exhibits, stuff like that.
So, what's the polyface?
So Mother Earth News Fair is going to Polyface next year.
Oh wow!
They're doing their fair at Polyface, the farm. So I think it's going to be really great, and we have plans to be there.
But we're not a speaker. There's no
we're not
meetup.
There's no meetup. It's just like.
But like
it's going to be like the Mother Earth News Fair. Like when we go to the Mother News Fair here, like we see people that watch our show, but we don't like get together like we do with people at Homesteaders. Like it's just they're very different vibes. And I think Homesteaders honestly is better because it's more intimate and everybody's there for homesteading. Mm-hmm. Whereas the one at Polyface is not necessarily.
There's going to be more market farming.
Yeah, it's large scale farming. And it's more like getting the word out about sustainable farming and things like that. I think it will be worth it to go to Polyface. I think it's going to be really neat. Rory Feek's going to be there. He's going to give. I don't know if he's giving a concert for everybody.
He's probably going to be at both.
Yeah, he might be at Homesteaders next year as well. I think. I mean, like I said, we have plans to go unless something changes and we can't go. But we already have our Airbnb. Like we're booked. So,
you're booked.
Are you
now would you do a talk if they asked you to?
At Polyface?
Yeah.
Yeah, he would.
Would we talk?
Yeah, if they asked you to at Polyface.
Yeah.
I think he would. I mean, I don't see why he wouldn't. But I mean,
Joel, go on over to their Instagram and hit them up and have them get to the talk.
Thanks, Al. Al's got my back.
Al's looking out for us. Yeah, no, I mean, we're going. I think we're going just to see it. I think it's going to be a monumental. It's going to be neat. The way that Joel talks about it has inspired us that we want to go.
It's going to be a historical moment.
It is. And it's going to be interesting. I kind of want to see how his neighbors react. So all his neighbors are very conventional. And here are going to be thousands of people traveling from all over probably the world.
Yeah, I would think so.
To come here. And I feel like he's like saying, like, look at us. Like, we are a force to be reckoned with. Like, we're not just these crazy people who move cows every day or, keep chickens.
No, we
on
are the
pasture.
crazy people who move the animals every day, but look what we can do.
Exactly. And people, and there's a concern, a large concern. It's not just this little niche of Polyface. It's magnified. And so, I mean, I just have goosebumps, like, thinking about it. It's going to be I think it's going to be really great. And it's going to be really, again, a lot of like-minded people. But I think if you're looking for community,
Or could only go to one event.
Yeah, or if you could only go to one.
So, Al, I like this question from this person. Well, first we should tell you that they wanted you to know, Jason, so the land sold out in like the first morning. So if you have things you want to sell, getting a booth there and selling, and we sold a lot of stuff.
Yeah, we did, and we're gonna bring more stuff next year.
So,
what did you bring?
We brought DVDs and mugs. We sold out of our mugs.
We sold out of our mugs in the first day. We had like 4 mugs the second day, but I think that it showed us that people, want that. We were surprised, I guess. We didn't know what was going to happen.
Yeah, that's why I was asking him about the merch. Like,
so then someone said,
because we have not really ever done merch.
Yeah, we haven't really.
Well, I guess we did. We did a guy shirt, but that's it.
Let's see.
They want to know if you ever hire helpers or get interns. So yes or no?
Do you have eyes? No, we never have.
Yeah.
Never have.
No.
Okay, why not?
We haven't needed to yet.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, so here we go. I'll go on with this, Rebecca, unless we have more chats there.
Okay. Well, Ken says, I can't imagine all those people going back and forth those 2 days on the little gravel road being puffy. So
it's going to be tense.
They are actually going to make that a one-way road. So it is a circle. So they're going to one-way it. It's going to be interesting. He's like, they're talking to the town about it and everything. Like, it's gonna be a big deal out there at Polyface.
It'll be interesting to see how many people show up for that versus a regular Mother Earth News Fair. I would think more people would go.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, and then the thing is that they're not even coming to Asheville this year. Mother Earth News is not coming to Asheville. They're going to Nashville this year. They're switching it up because it's just gotten, it was really big at one point in Asheville, but it's gotten so small that they just needed to mix it up. And, you know, that's why when, I guess, I don't know, did Joel approach them or did they approach Joel? However they got to talking to him about it, they were both Joel and Mother Earth News were very excited about it. So,
yeah. All right. 2 more questions. How is the mobile sheep pen working? So that one's for me, I guess. I'm very interested in building one for the sheep next year. Thanks. Austin, who had his debit card information stolen. Okay, Austin, you're going to be forever identified as the guy who got his credit card stolen. So for those of you who don't know, Austin is talking about the Greg Judy inspired sheep pen for my ram, and to have the ram a companion, a wither, which a wither is like a castrated male sheep. A ram is a male sheep. We don't want the male to get in and breed with our ewes are female sheep ready to be bred or for breeding to become mothers, and we don't want the ram to get in there because if he were to breed them now, 1, they would be too young, and 2, they we don't want to birth in the winter. So if we were going to breed them this year, which we're not, we're going to breed next year, we won't let them together until December 10th, giving us May 10th babies. But anyway, long way around is we have two sheep. Since how long have we been doing this? We have 2 sheep in a 16-foot by 16-foot cattle panel cage with 8 wheels on it that we push on pasture in a flat part of pasture. It takes 2/3 of an acre. We move it twice a day because you want to move that. Two sheep has to be moved twice a day. Do not return back to the original spot, the first spot, for 60 days. You got to let the parasites die out. You got to let the grass recover. So you need to have a 60-day rotation this time of year. I mean, in spring when the parasites aren't as bad and the grass is just gangbusters, you can move around a lot quicker, moving them even more. But
okay, Ben Whitener wants to know, do you think the mobile sheep pen would be good for pigs? Pigs?
I'll answer that after this. So far, we've only been doing the sheep pen for how long? It's doing good. We love it. I don't see why you couldn't raise, since September, why you couldn't raise 2 sheep in there. And even in the winter, if you had to halt it, you could do deep bedding in there, and or you could keep moving it around. I've enjoyed it. It's not that hard to go out there and move it of the morning and of the evening. And if you're in some place like Al, where you're going to get a lot of snow, you're going to need to park it and deep bed it. And I would probably cover half of it, so you keep a lot of that deep bedding dry, and then just have a little area for them to come out and be in the open. For pigs, yeah, it would work for pigs, especially. I don't see.
I don't think it would.
No, it's only got 3-inch clearance
at the bottom.
So I guess there's a possibility that a pig could root and get out, but that'd have to be kind of crazy, don't you think, Al? I think it'd be all right.
I think it'd be fine. You just want to make sure you move it quick enough so they're not broken.
Yeah, if you're gonna want to try to keep it in one spot for a long time, which maybe you're gonna want to do a garden or something, but and you're gonna have them till, you could try it, but certainly if you're moving it every day, I don't think they're gonna get out. And for a pig, you wouldn't have to move it. Well, it depends on how much you want it disturbed or don't. You could move it once a day. You could move it once a week. I mean, if you have a cooney or an American guinea hogs were pretty rough.
Well, one was rougher than the other, so I think it's definitely personality-wise with pigs.
There are pigs that that root and till more than others. So it depends on what you want.
Okay, Lumnah, Al.
Yes.
Jesse wanted to know if you ever accept visitors.
Oh yeah.
We've never, other than when we've done the class, the pig butchering class, we haven't had
Yeah.
visitors yet.
So you keep that to workshops.
We have.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So how do you stay motivated during a long winter?
Planning
That's a good question to end.
for next year.
Okay.
And then being active. I know one reason for me, I love having an animal that makes you get up, get outside when it's 20 below and you don't want to.
How would Gina answer that question?
Going out and enjoying the scenery.
And just enjoying the scenery.
Yeah.
That's funny.
And then I guess
who's more likely to move south, you or Gina?
It'd probably be both.
so you're both like equally irritated or happy with the winters.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're both on the same playing field there. There's not one saying, "Oh, come on."
No. You guys
Okay.
must be glad that you moved to Maine after seeing the different weather from where you are and we are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody had totally off top. Oh, well, this one's for you, Al. Are you cider pressing this fall?
We haven't this fall. We were too busy with building the barn and the woodshed.
Aha.
And now the apple harvest.
Oh, that stinks.
So how happy are you now that you have a barn and a woodshed? Scale of 1 to 10.
About them, 10.
Yay! So are you like a guy? Are you like our children, Al, who they get Legos and they get really excited about these Legos and they build the Legos and then they barely play with them and they're already ready to build the next project? So do you find more joy in building the project or enjoying the project after it's done?
I'd say both. Because like the barn, the workshop, we'll be able to enjoy building in it all winter.
Mm-hmm.
Our firewood's going to be dry this winter because it's been a nice building. But it's always fun to build the projects.
Okay. So what's the next project?
We want to plan a poop house for next year.
Oh.
So I think that'll be one of the next projects. Our planning process is this winter.
Okay.
What are you guys going to do this year? You had the greenhouse, had all the standing up for the pigs.
We're going to figure out how to ventilate that greenhouse.
We're going to also...
Because we couldn't use it for fall planting. That's probably some of our problem why we couldn't get a winter garden.
Yeah.
You know what, Al? We're looking forward to smoothifying our current systems.
Yeah.
Getting our lanes smoothified, our perimeter up. You know, going from one strand to maybe 3 strands so that we can manage the sheep as well as the cows in the same type of setup. Because right now we're following the cows. Sheep are one day behind the cow with net. And so the net's fine, but it might be a little easier if we had the 3 strands. So, you know, we're kind of excited because the only thing we have to add next year are turkeys. And we've done turkeys before, and it's not going to be that hard. And we already built the turkey shawl.
Yeah.
So we're actually looking forward to a season of, because the last 2 seasons we had to go gangbusters getting all kinds of animals.
Well, that and, I have different plans than he does. So I'm like, we need to get some concrete down in the driveway.
Oh, there went my plan to just smoothify.
And concrete underneath my greenhouse so that it's that plants aren't growing up in it.
That's not as stressful because I'm not the concrete guy.
Yeah,
we're
we're just
that
gonna
out.
have to pay for it. That's the only thing. So.
Yeah.
Well, and then I have other plans. Like we need to renovate our bathroom, the kids' bathroom. It needs to be reconfigured and everything, and then just buying new living room furniture and stuff like that he's not too concerned about. I guess that's not for the farm. That's mine.
Yeah.
Well, the concrete that I would really like to concrete the driveway and underneath my greenhouse. So we'll see what happens.
We've been really eyeing ATVs, Al.
Yes,
Yep.
we have to get an ATV.
An ATV or a side-by-side?
See, I know
ATV.
you're going to try to push us for a side-by-side, but I think we like a ATV. Tell us why we should get a side-by-side versus an ATV.
You have more seating room inside, and then you have more storage room on the back.
Yeah.
Okay, but this is the thing. The reason I don't want to is because of the hills and stuff. I feel like the ATV, the mountains, will be better. Handle the mountains better.
And some
I
narrow
think
spots.
side-by-side would be wider, so it would handle better. Less tipsy. And then you have a roof and a windshield to keep the rain off you.
I know. He's all like, shut up, Al.
They cost as much as a car, Al.
I know.
They can.
Get us.
They can. I know. We're going to...
When we first looked into side-by-sides and then we saw the price, we're like, nope.
maybe we don't.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, I mean, I would have saved a lot of time having some sort of machine out there just today.
Yeah, because, like, I had to, the other morning, I, went out.
I'll get to you, Kim.
And I went out and had to look at the minerals for the sheep and then walk all the way back, get the minerals, walk them all the way back out. It was just a lot of walking. And I was like, man, if we had something right now, that'd be real nice.
I'm telling you, though, then we'd have to go join a gym and get a workout on.
I think
No.
we'll still get plenty of exercise. See, Al, I'm with you.
Al's staying fit, I guess. And
Yeah,
you're side by
Al's a
side.
fit guy.
And I think you have less acres than we, don't you, Al? How many acres you got?
We have 8.
Okay, well, we're managing about 8 to 10.
8 to 10.
8 to
We
10.
have more, but we're not managing those. It's just forest.
Oh, Randy says if he could do it again, he would do a side-by-side.
Randy?
Maybe we'd be...
Why? Why do you like a
You
side-by-side?
would get the roll bar. It's safer for the kids.
But we have some narrow spots.
Well, we're not going to get one of
I
those.
grew up on a four-wheeler.
I know. Well, it scares me to think that my children would get
Our
on
children
a
are not going to be allowed. I grew up driving a four-wheeler. Our children are not going to be able to drive this four-wheeler without
No.
us.
I told them, I was like, the four-wheeler
It's
is
a
not
wonder I'm
for
alive.
you. The four-wheeler is not for them.
Barefoot, no helmets.
I know. See, Adam said you almost killed him pushing that Bob up the hill. Or was it Henry?
That was Henry.
Henry.
So
That's
Tracy
when I pushed
says we have
him
an ATV and side-by-side. Is hands
Okay.
down better vehicle.
Yeah, she says the hands down. So I don't know. Uh-oh, what did I
Who
do?
did? Oh,
I
you
just
just went
did
to a different
something.
video. That's all. We're
Okay,
still on.
There we go. All right.
Okay.
Okay, because somebody had a question way up here that
We're
we
going to
never
answer
got
the
to.
one more question, and it's time. What did Randy say? Scroll back down. Randy, you
said-
better be on my team for an ATV, buddy.
He said side by side.
But no, then he said, but I got an ABT. Oh, yeah.
And
You got a
auction for-
crappy ATV, man. That doesn't count. Either one we're getting. I've learned a lesson from my frugal dad. Barely spend money on anything. Never throw anything away. He always buys nice,
Good equipment.
expensive tools.
They last.
And they last him forever, and it ends up being cheaper in the long run.
Well, we need. Wait, I had a question there.
Oh, sorry.
We need
Sorry.
to. Yeah, we'll just ask Mike Bacati to help us find one because he found one for a good deal. He said, and it's been really good for him. He got a side by side. Okay, this one's totally off topic, but what size killing cone should we invest in? Our first nuggets are going to be done by a processor, and we're investing in the equipment over the winter.
Just get him our kit link.
Oh yeah, and then somebody else also wanted to know if you had a kit, Al.
No, I think he answered that. Didn't you? Al didn't know what they were talking about.
Okay.
Whoever asked Al about that kit, were you guys talking about kit.com? Al, do
I
you
don't
have?
know. Yeah.
Are you on kit.com?
No.
That's really cool, Al. I don't know if you know about it, but you can go to kit.com, and for those of you who don't know, you can go there, Al, and you can put, like, we have categories. And it's all the stuff we use. It's called, we have chicken butchering equipment, we have GAPS diet resources, we have pig butchering equipment, we have sheep stuff, and it's all the stuff we use. And it's advantageous to both because our audiences can find out what we're using. And if you have a Amazon affiliate account,
Yep.
merchant account, you can actually it's so easy to put you can automatically link your Amazon associate so you get a commission.
Why won't it
It's
do
like
it?
4%, but it's better than nothing.
Yeah, we have the Amazon affiliate store where we list a lot of stuff that we use. that way.
Okay.
I didn't know if they were asking about a kit, like a building kit, like you got the barn. That was a kit.
Yeah, I think you're asking. Or are you giving her a link? Okay.
I did.
They bought a used side-by-side with a dump bed for $6,500.
Well, that's how much that
They seem to be the new rage, side-by-sides. Yeah, we were looking at a four-wheeler with 115 miles on it for 115 hours on it for $4,500.
Yeah. I don't know, but it was like an hour and a half away. I don't want to drive that far. Like, I don't want to get in a car and drive an hour and a half. It's too far for me now. Great American Farm Board.
Polyface has got four-wheelers. They don't have side-by-sides. Fun fact.
But they've had their ATVs for probably 10 plus years before side-by-side.
They had them before side-by-sides.
That's true.
This may be true. Yeah, Pete Canaris, I had to ask Pete, what four-wheeler should I be looking? He said Honda. He said Honda's good. Somebody else likes the Honda. Well, you should go see what that is.
Oh, Al, do you have the chicken plucker from Coops and More?
We do.
Okay, our Forever Homestead wants to know about that, and if they, she wanted to know if anybody uses it. Do you like it?
Yeah, we've used it for 2-3 years now. We haven't had an issue. The biggest thing is get a heavy duty extension cord.
Okay.
They're expensive. I think you guys have a big.
Yeah.
They're
that makes all the
expensive.
difference.
Yeah, having a nice plucker is nice
Yes.
because it works good. Although the dual purpose birds,
They're a pain.
they're a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
We would much rather butcher. They breed the Cornish cross, but a lot of people don't know this either. Out that the Cornish cross is also bred for easy plucking. I mean, it took us the same time to butcher 80 Cornish cross as it did 30 heritage.
Yes, it was crazy. They were just...
Greg Judy has a great video about how he uses ATVs. One more point for Justin. What? Has Al convinced you to go to the side-by-side?
No, other people have convinced me.
I can't wait to see what you get now.
Because that's true. Greg Judy didn't have no side-by-side. I rode with him on the four-wheeler.
I know, but Greg Judy doesn't got 4 kids.
I got a question for you. How convenient is your lawnmower with a trailer behind it?
See, that's why I spent all that money on that mower. I wanted it to be dual purpose.
Well,
so what's wrong with that?
I don't like it.
I think the ATV will be the same.
Oh, it's easy to get on and
I
off.
wouldn't mind the ATV.
The problem with the mower, I think, that you don't like is that it's hard to get on and off.
Well, and
you have the bars.
I don't like to drive it.
Oh, the zero turn.
It's bad.
See, it was going well. My plan was going well. Multi-purpose everything. This thing can mow. We'll get a trailer. Get the expensive mower. Get the nice mower.
The expensive mower.
So we didn't have to get we wouldn't have to get a side-by-side or a four-wheeler. Now here we are. But this is the spousal dynamics.
Well,
you should have got a Kubota.
I know, see? I talked to him a long time ago because remember we were thinking about that.
Well,
but then I was like, okay, we'll just get a nice mower because we mow behind the animals.
I think that...
Did you know this going in? You didn't like to drive a zero turn?
I didn't think I was going to ever drive it. I don't want to drive it.
I guess I should have surveyed. Yeah. I should have had a survey go out.
Yeah, because you didn't ask me.
Now I'm going to get in trouble.
He had me drive him
if I don't.
to the Skag place on errands. So I'm going to do errands, and he says, we got to go by the Skag place and look at mowers. And I'm like, okay, how long is it going to take? He's like, it won't take too long. I know what I'm going to get. So then we go in there, and the lady upsells him. She upsells him. And I'm all like, that mower costs more than my vehicle. And this is when we had our junk minivan. I mean, it was a piece.
It was a $1,200 van.
It was a junk. So.
Not hard to beat that.
It's not hard to beat.
You can beat that at Walmart mower.
My new side by side's gonna cost more than that car. So yeah. I mean,
so I guess it comes to you because we're trying to keep you involved in the farm.
Yeah. Yeah, because I do because that's part of it is that I want to be a part of the farm.
I'll be walking. I'll be getting my exercise.
Yeah, you'll
be gaining weight grabbing that. You're having that side by side.
I don't have no
I'm not
problems
getting
with
on
that.
that with
I
you.
don't have no problems with
Okay,
that. I don't
all
have no
right.
problems gaining weight. All right, household politics on the show. Okay.
Okay, what Kubota? What
Oh,
Kubota,
the
Al?
session ended. Wait, Al, you still around? Al, can you hear us?
Aw.
Can you hear us? Hold on. Al, you there?
I hear him typing.
I know. I'm
Or is that
wondering
you?
what happened. It says that he can see us.
I hear him typing like crazy.
I know. Al, we can hear you typing.
What's he gonna do? Maybe his. Okay, so.
All right. Okay, so somebody did ask about your dad.
Ask if they can hear us first.
Can you hear us? Can people hear us?
They think a side by side is easier to get on and off of.
Yeah, they do. Everyone's saying that. Let's see. It says that we can see and hear. Let's see if something changed down here.
This is true for riding everybody. Oh, they can hear us.
Okay. Al, can you hear us?
See if they can hear Al. Wow. Okay, so we can't hear everybody, but we'll
He
run
doesn't
with it.
hear anything.
So sorry,
Oh, no, that's
we
not
might
good.
talk over each other though.
I know.
Sorry guys, we cannot hear
Hold on
Al.
a second.
That'd be okay,
Well,
except
you
that I
could.
want to
Do you
talk
want to
over him.
ask about your dad?
I mean, I guess we're kind of done. We can see Al, but we can't hear him. And guys, it is after 8, so we'll let Al go. We'll go. Everybody's got to go and get up in the morning. So since you guys can hear me, I'll go ahead and close it out. You guys did ask about my dad. Thank you for asking. He's at home. He's hospice is there, and the doctor has given him 6 months to live, but it actually seems like he's getting better. And I mean, maybe it's going to be an up and down thing. My aunt did tell us that their mom, my granny, the doctor called everybody in 3 times on 3 different occasions saying she was going to die, and she never did. She lived to be 101. So my dad right now is better. We presented over the weekend. You guys sent over 100 well-wishing cards.
Yes.
And we delivered those this weekend. We filmed that. That'll be in tomorrow's vlog. So you guys will get a good update from him, with us and him, Monday. So thank you for asking him. Thanks for your prayers and well wishes on that.
Yes.
We really appreciate that very much. And sorry the audio got weird here at the end.
Yeah.
I guess it's just going to play out side by side, four-wheeler.
Oh, people can still hear Al.
Okay.
Okay, he said, thanks for having me. This was a blast.
Okay. Al says, thanks for having me. It was a blast. I guess he can say that and you guys can hear him.
Yeah. I don't know what happened.
All right. Thank you, Al. We love you. We appreciate you, buddy. We appreciate all the content. It's not easy. I know. I've said on this end, that's where that's where Al edits. Guys, he's a master at this point. He's done over 10,000 hours, I'm sure. He puts in countless hours dealing with technical issues, writing descriptions, coming up with thumbnails, trying to make them interesting, not deceptive, trying to give you good quality content that people stay on and watch to the end. So thank you, Al, for all your great content. It's free to the world. We appreciate that. I would encourage you guys to go check out Al's YouTube channel if you haven't already at Lumnah Acres. Also, check out his merchandise, and which I'm sure you can find on his YouTube channel at Lumnah Acres. His merchandise and his Patreon. He does a special once a month video there. So Al's also got content in our member area. So be checking that out under some of the more recently added stuff. All right. Thank you, Al. Good night.
Good night. All right. Let me see how I go to do this.